welcome to a Minecraft tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to build your very own underwater house. So, let's get started. Before we start building your underwater house, you need to actually have a way to build underwater without drowning. Unless you're building this in creative, then just skip ahead to this time. There are two different techniques for building underwater. The first is to remove all of the water, then build. This is good if you don't have any sponge or much iron to make buckets, and if you have a lot of dirt, wood, and time. First, you need to build a big box out of any material of your choosing, something like dirt or cobblestone. For this underwater house, make the box 19 by 19 blocks and about 11 blocks high. Then fill in your box with preferably wood, but you can use any block really. I just used the /fill command because I was too lazy to place down every block. Once you've done that, you can burn down all of the wood or break away whatever block you've used. And then you are left with a dirt box that you can build your underwater house in and not drown, which is always a good thing. Then just break the dirt away when you're done, and you will probably need to fill in some gaps where there is no water. The second technique is to build the main body of the underwater house and remove all of the water with sponges or put a block like dirt in every space possible. This is obviously easier than the first, but whatever, you might as well know both. So now that you know how to build underwater in survival, we can start building the actual house. And this is where it starts getting complicated. First, build up 4 blocks from the ocean floor and break away the bottom 3 so that you are left with a floating quartz block 3 blocks above the ocean floor to build out from. From this block, we are going to build a circle with a diameter of 15 blocks. So what you are seeing now is me building the circle, but since it's so hard to really explain what I'm doing, here's what the circle should look like in a way that is actually understandable. You might even want to practice building this shape before going down to the bottom of the ocean, messing up, having to build it again, all while possibly drowning. But once you have built this circle completely out of quartz and in the water, you can start building the frame of the curved roof. This is also hard to explain in words, so here's what it should look like by itself. And with the circle. After I built up the frame of the house, I built up the glass roof/walls. And since this is also a little tricky to build, here is me building at normal speed. I built it out of normal glass, but I think white stained glass also looks really good, but you can build it out of any color of glass. You could use pink and purple stained glass for all I care. It's all about your personal preference, really. But now that you know how to build half of the roof, you can just do the same thing on the other side. You can see now that this isn't a perfect dome, but more of an ellipsoid. You could build a perfect dome, but I prefer this shape. So now that you've done that, you can fill in the quartz circle with birch wood for the floor. And I just removed the water using the sponge technique, or like I said before, you could fill in the entire house with a block like dirt, and that would also work to remove the water, if you don't have any sponge available. Next, I placed down sea lanterns in the floor for some more light. But you of course need a way to get down to your underwater house, so I made a tube of quartz to the ocean surface and placed ladders all the way up. This also got rid of the water at the same time. Next, I added some diagonal lines of quartz to the frame for some more detail. And you may remember that right now our underwater house is floating a bit. Now you can keep it like this, but I added some supports made out of quartz underneath the house. That is now the exterior of our underwater house completed. We can now start working on the inside. I first added in an iron trap door and lever at the bottom of the entrance tube for quick and easy access to the ocean. Then I started building the dining table with dark oak stairs for seats and quartz stairs and slabs for the table. I decorated the table with a brewing stand and a few flower pots for cups. On the other side of the entrance tube, I placed down 2 quartz blocks for bedside tables, and I placed down 2 blue orchids in flower pots on these quartz blocks. I then placed down 3 beds. In front of the beds, I placed down some cyan carpet for a nice pop of color. In the little bedroom area, I placed down 2 double chests, one on one half of the house and one on the other half. On one half of the house, I placed down a furnace, a crafting table, and an enchantment table. On the other half of the house, I placed down another furnace and crafting table, but this time with an anvil. And that is the interior of our underwater house completed, with everything you would need to survive. A bed, fish for food, a couple furnaces and crafting tables. Just bring down some coal and brewing ingredients to store in the chest, and you are set to explore that ocean monument as many times as it may take. The seed for this world with an ocean monument near spawn is on screen and in the description. But I am still not happy with my underwater house. I built almost the entire roof and walls out of glass, and yet there isn't much to see. So I decorated the ocean floor around my house with many different colors of wool, sponge, leaves, and glowstone. And that is finally our underwater house completed with ocean life and all. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you now know how to build this underwater house in both survival and creative, and how to make the surrounding ocean life. But that's all I have to say in this video. I've been Moo Moo, and I hope to see you later. Bye!